All right, good morning, and welcome to the December breakfast meeting of the Greenwood County Democratic Party, and congratulate yourselves for making it out here on a beautiful, cold winter morning. I came to South Carolina to enjoy 60 degrees in December. I don't know what this was this morning that I woke up to, but I feel like I need to get my money back. Promises have been broken. Could we have everybody rise, please, and take off your hats, even if they are Christmas hats, for our Pledge of Allegiance, who will be led by George Swindell today.
United States Army, 67 to 70. I was once a lean, mean fighting machine, Frank. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I'm so proud of you for remembering those last two words. So proud of you. Didn't even have to be instructed. You just did it. If we could also have and recognize a moment of silence, please. This is our time for some reflection and an acknowledgement that the holiday season can be full of joy and blessing, and it can also be very difficult for members as well. It just kind of elevates all the emotions, both good and bad. So if you would take a moment of silence to remember those that may be hurting during the season, and also to give some thanks for all the blessings we have received. Thank you very much. Well, I welcome you to our December breakfast meeting / Christmas extravaganza. And we welcome you to Tabernacle Baptist Church. We thank Reverend Quincy Baylor over here. Please stand, sir, for allowing us use of your place and making this our home for the time being. We really are grateful for it. I want to thank all of those who brought food and other tasty treats. Again, as I said, this is Double Dip Saturday. We have more food than we can deal with, so go back for seconds at any time. You're welcome to do so. I would like to acknowledge by a show of hands for how many of you is this your first time at a Greenwood County Democratic Party breakfast meeting? Raise your hand. We've got one. We've got two. Welcome. Well, it's always like this, by the way. We always have Christmas decorations. We always have tons of food, so we hope you come back, and we hope it's enjoyable. For those seated around the newbies, please be nice to them. We want them to come back. We'll also thank everybody who is in elected office. So we see Councilwoman Griffin back there. Welcome, Ms. Teresa. Thank you for your service. Any other elected officials that I may have missed? Okay. And then also want to thank those who are veterans who have served or are serving currently. We appreciate your sacrifice. Also, all of those who work in the medical field or as first responders. You make our community safe and healthy, and you're there when we're needed. And we hope you get a break this holiday season and people aren't being foolish and needing your services during the holiday season. So let's all behave for the sake of our first responders, shall we? Yes. Can I get an amen on that? Amen. Here's our agenda for today, and as a reminder, make sure you have an agenda because we're going to be doing some Christmas trivia at the end, and the answer fill out is inside the agenda. We also have pens and pencils at the front table. If you need any, just wave down a helper. We have a helper walking around in a holiday cat outfit. That would be our Secretary Lane. So if you need something, just holler for her, and she'll bring it right on over. So I'm going to start with some opening comments and some party updates, what has been going on within our party the last month. Then we're going to have Cynthia and Tori talk about the Christmas parade tomorrow. Then we'll get to the meat of the meeting. We'll talk about the election results, and then what to look forward to next year and beyond. We'll have an open forum where anybody can say anything that you wouldn't mind saying in front of your mother. We'll leave it at that. but you could say anything. We want to hear from you. And then we'll get into the Christmas festivities. We're going to do some Christmas trivia, some caroling karaoke, and then some socializing. But we're going to end on a high note or a low note or an out-of-tune note. Any way you look at it, we're ending on a note. But first, I like this tradition that Jamil started way back when she ran the meeting, and that's birthday acknowledgments. So first, I want to start off. Anybody here in this room have a birthday in November? Because we missed November. Any November babies in the audience? Wow, what's 9 months before November? Was that February? What happened in February? No Valentine babies. Okay. How about December babies? Any December birthdays? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, Miss Susie. Susie, when's your birthday? December 24. And you will be 27 years old. Am I correct? 86. Oh, man. I want to tell you a quick story. This is a personal story. So I have a 13-year-old stepdaughter. She's got her first boyfriend. It's so cute. He's a good young man. They go out to movies, with chaperoning. They go to football games with chaperoning. A nice young man. He plays football, little league or pee-wee football. We go out to dinner. My wife and I went out to dinner with his parents and the two of them. We went to sports break, just had a nice get-to-know-you dinner. And I start talking to the young man. And he's quiet. He's kind of shy. He's got glasses. He's kind of got that nerdy-ish look about him, which is fine. I'd rather my child be dating a nerdy-ish person, right? And he starts talking about how he loves the Dune books. Have you heard of Dune? All right, science fiction, right? I love Dune. I mean, I've read all 20-some Dune novels. I love Dune. So I was like, well, I'm connecting with this kid. We got that in common. Then he starts talking about how he likes Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. I've read that a dozen times, seen all the movies. I can name them all. I love Lord of the Rings. I was like, this is like my little version of me. Then he starts talking about, hey, Bill, have you ever read Stephen King? Listen, Stephen King is my favorite. I am South Carolina's expert on Stephen King. I kid you not. And I was like, this is a little weird. Like, I wondered if I had an influence on my stepdaughter, because she don't talk to me. She's 13. They don't talk to their parents, right? So here's this kid that's like got all the same interests I have. So then I asked the most important question. I said, you watch football, NFL football? He goes, oh yeah, big time. Who's your favorite team? Oh, Philadelphia Eagles. I go, you've been coached. You've been coached, haven't you? You've been coached. There's no way you checked all those boxes. And so I've been telling that story. I was like, that's just the freakiest thing in the world. This girl I didn't think even liked me, because she's 13, is dating me, as her little boyfriend. I was like, wow, that is just really weird. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it got even weirder, because I found out last week his birthday is December 20th, same as mine. I kid you not. I was like, this is weird. Now, he doesn't look like me. I mean, first of all, he's a brother, and I'm not. Despite the black Santa sweater I got on. And there's a story behind this one. But yeah, I figured I'd share that little birthday story, because I'm still not over it to this day. If I think on it too much, I'm just going to go to bed, because my brain can't wrap itself around. How is that possible? How is that possible? We have the same birthday. Anyhow, congratulations to those who are born in December. Love the December babies. So let's go through some updates. First, I want to acknowledge some personal updates. Where is Dana Ellis? Dana has retired after many years of serving with the library. So congratulations. Well, congratulations. Your voice at the library will be missed. And let's hope they can carry on without you, because I have a feeling that after the day of retirement, those four walls are just going to fall in. All the books are going to fall down. I don't know who's going to take care of them like you did. So thank you. Any other announcements before we get into party updates? Anything special happening in your lives? Okay. Well, good. Sometimes boring is good compared to the alternative. Well, we have had, despite the election, or in addition to the election, we have had a very busy month. We started off with our annual support of a Thanksgiving meal handout over at the Hut the Tuesday before Thanksgiving every year. Avery Roman and Miranda Woolridge, they've been doing this for 15 years, and they get donations of food. They cook it all up. They set it all up in plates, and they hand it out to whoever shows up, whether it's by foot or even by car. They do a drive-through, and we handed out over 400 plates of turkey, ham, stuffing. Actually, I heard that you don't call it stuffing in the South. We call it dressing. Dressing. This language stuff still bothers. I still can't say buggy. Buggy ain't right. It's a cart. We're diverging. Back to the topic. So we served it, several hours spent on that Tuesday. So thank you to all who showed up, sacrificed your time, made it a very successful afternoon, and it was a lot of fun. And we look forward to helping them again next year. We also spent the Saturday prior to that on Cokesbury Street doing our annual cleanup. We have adopted that road. As you can see, that sign in the background says GWD Democrats. We sponsor Cokesbury Street, and we did a mile, 4 of us. Did a mighty mile together, up and down. We got that place looking nice and tidy, and we're proud to give back to the community. We don't see Republicans out there picking up trash. But you got the Democrats doing it. But that wasn't it. We did a lot of other things. We had a post-election pizza discussion. We got together at Francie Cleckley's headquarters. Who was here for that? We got quite a few people that were there for it. We knocked out 3 full large-size pizza pies, had lots of beverages, and we just let it all out, right? So there was equal amounts of griping and worry and hope and praise and just up and down. We just needed a time to talk it out. So there was a dozen of us that got together. Did we learn anything? I don't know. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. But it was still good just to hear it all out. I took a bunch of notes and we're digesting it. We also had a thank you luncheon for all of the Carnell Drummond Mays banquet organizers. So we got together at China Garden and got ourselves nice and full and had a good celebration. We also had our the monthly Let's Have a Dem Good Time over at the, Good Times Brewery. And we had some dinner, we had some drinks, we had some fellowship. We even had 2 brand new people show up that were curious about the Democratic Party and were excited to join us. So we'll be seeing them. Their names are Samantha and George. And they sat right across from Kathy and George. So they certainly welcomed them, and they were good to have in the group. They seemed like they've got a lot of energy. And then we also had a meeting for a banquet post-mortem that we called together. We held it on Zoom, and we talked about what went well, what didn't, and there were very few things that didn't go well. I thought it was a very good banquet. And we were thinking about what are we going to do better next time. And one of the things that we're going to do is solidify our date this month. All right, so we're going to pick the date far in advance, and we're going to get cracking far in advance. That was probably the biggest takeaway. So we're going to have a wonderful 2025 banquet. Team members, did I forget anything about the last month, aside from the election? It was a busy November. It was a busy, busy November. About the Let's Have a Dem Good Time, I want to call out that we're not going to have it in December. Normally, it's the 4th Tuesday of the month, and if you want to spend Christmas Eve at a brewery, you're welcome to do so. But we're not going to do that as a party. The Tuesday after is New Year's Eve, and I think you got better things to do maybe as well. So we'll pick it up again in January, and we hope to see you out there. It's not a meeting. There's no agenda. You just show up, place your order, sit, and chat. That's all it is. Yes. Good Times Brewing, right next to, on Maxwell Avenue, right next to, what's that pizza place? Millhouse.
Across from the market.
Yeah, right next to Millhouse on Maxwell Avenue, right near where our headquarters is, on that same street. All right, so yeah, come on in. We'll be right there at the entrance. All right, upcoming. Tomorrow is our last big event for December. We are signed up to participate in a Christmas parade. Could I have Cynthia come on up and Tori come on up? All I would ask is be very careful of the wires right here.
Hey, good morning, folks. Everybody say, hallelujah. And she has Nebraska on, I have the Chiefs on. I got up this morning, I was going to wear my sweater, bad sweater for Christmas. And I was telling Jamel, the last time I wore that, I was about 150 pounds larger. So it was like, no, this isn't working.
That was a bad sweater.
Yeah, well, it kept dropping. Yeah. But we have been working together. The conversation started as we were going to the Chiefs game and coming back down. We drove all the way up to Charlotte and got our tickets and went to the game. And about had a heart attack close to the end of the game. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead.
So we had big plans. We had such big plans. So the parade, sure. So the parade is tomorrow. We had the idea, our theme is An American Christmas Carol. And if you've seen that movie, that's great. You're probably 4 people that have seen it. But it's a modern day tale. And so it allows us to dress however you want. Okay, you can dress oldie-timey Christmas celebration, future celebration, just your regular warm clothes. It is going to be warmer tomorrow, like it's going to be around 60. The parade starts at 2:30 in the afternoon. I know over the last couple of months, I have talked with a handful of people that have appreciated the fact that there are other Democrats in their neighborhood and in Greenwood. I think Tori and I both are really passionate about the fact that we got smacked down, but we are still standing. And we want people to know that Democrats are still here. We're still alive and kicking and working for social change and equality here in Greenwood and other places. So please come and join us. We got Tori's going to have her convertible. I think we're going to have some dignitaries on the convertible, in the convertible. Probably not sitting on the back because it's probably going to be too cold for that, but inside with the heater on. And then we also have John has his 6-person golf cart. We're going to get down to the parade site probably around 1:30, starts at 2:30, because we're going to do some decorating. We decided to decorate the golf cart once it was there stationary so we didn't have to worry about things blowing off. So if please come join us. That is a really good question. So anybody walking into the parade route can just walk in. So we will be on Seaboard, hopefully towards the front of the parade, which the parade starts on Main Street. So coming to find us, both of our numbers are on emails that were sent out. I can give you my number. If anybody, here, let's just do that. Get your pens out if you'd like. So my phone number, it's area code 310-452-4232. You can call me or text me to find our exact location. But if you start there on Main Street and walk back, part of the reason we're getting there early, not only to decorate, but to have a position early in the parade. We're going to have a ton of candy to be handing out to the kids, so we need help with that, but also just a present. So if you guys, we would love to have you join, call people, bring them. All right, anything else? And then the parade, actually, once it gets started at 2:30, it goes pretty fast. So, and then we'll be surprisingly fast. And then it ends at South Main there. So, any questions?
No question, just come in. If you're passing out candy, you cannot throw it.
No throwing, no throwing. Safety first. Yep. All right, thank you.
All right, great announcements. There's also one more thing that I saw. Now, I'm not formally participating in this, but it's also on the inside of your brochure. Right after the first election of Donald Trump, there was a nationwide women's march. and people wore pink hats, and tens and hundreds of thousands marched all across the country. It looks like they're reorganizing and going to do the same thing again in 2025. They've rebranded it as the People's March, which is fine. I don't know any details about it. I don't know anything locally that's happening. I heard from one of our members they were looking to go to D.C. for that. And I encouraged her if she wants to help organize it, maybe create a little caravan to go down. That's great. Maybe there's something happening in Greenville or Columbia too. I don't know. But just put that kind of on your calendars, and as I get more information, I'll be sure to share. Or go to that website yourself and take a look. Tori?
Is that Evie? That you said?
No.
Okay. I do know some information because I'm going. I know that Francie is going also.
All right, so we know some people that are going. I'll pass out the contact information, see if we can't have, other interested members who want to go and kind of coordinate so that everybody can stay together. So thank you, Tori. So it looks like we do have a few people going.
Yeah.
That's great. That is great.